Good morning to one and all. So I am Abhilash DC, Assistant Professor, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, inviting you all for the inauguration program of webinar on awareness on IPR for new business ideas, schemes of MSME. So good morning to you all. So now I invite our chief guest, Sri G.R. Akadas. So because of his busy schedule, he'll be joining later. So I also invite guest of honor, Sri Satish Kumar, Assistant Director, MSME, GOI, New Delhi. Welcome to you, sir. I
Thank you.
also
Thank you.
I also welcome our guest of honor, Baldev Singh, Assistant Director, MSME, Rajajinagar, Bengaluru. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Abhilash sir. Thank you.
I also invite Dr. Shashidhar M. V. Muniappa, Chief Executive Director, Sri Venkateswara Group of Institutions, Bengaluru. Welcome, sir. I also invite Dr. Suresha, Principal, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering.
Thank
I
you.
welcome you,
Thank
sir.
you very much. Thank you.
So let's start the function. So I invite Dr. Shobha, Head of the Department, ISC, SVC, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished dignitaries and honorable invitees, happy morning to all. It's a matter of great honor for me to deliver a welcome address on the inaugural function of the webinar entitled Awareness on Intellectual Property Rights for New Business Ideas and Schemes of MSME, in association with Intellectual Property Facilitation Center or SVCE, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India, New Delhi. It's indeed a righteous time to highlight the remarkable contribution of IPFC at SVCE. The institution, since its very inception, has made notable contributions in research and patenting. I am grateful to the experts who are representatives of Government of India and have come to share their knowledge in this webinar. We have our chief guest, Sri G.R. Akadas, Director, MSME Development Institute, Government of India, Bengaluru, with us. Sir will be joining us anytime. Sir, your presence amongst us today provides tremendous encouragement to the entire SVCE fraternity. On behalf of all, we welcome you, sir. The presence of Shri Satish Kumar, Assistant Director from Office of Development Commissioner, MSME, Government of India, New Delhi, as a guest of honor brings enormous pleasure to have you in this august gathering. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. It's my privilege to welcome our another guest of honor, Sri Baldev Singh, Assistant Director, MSME Development Institute, Government of India, Bengaluru. Welcome, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome Shri V. Muniappa sir, Chairman, Sri Venkateswara Group of Institutions. Due to Sir's busy schedule, we are missing his auspicious presence, but Sir have conveyed best regards for the successful completion of the planned event. Welcome, sir. I extend my gratefulness I extend my gratefulness welcome to Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa sir, Chief Executive Director, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Welcome, sir. I enthusiastically welcome Dr. Suresha sir, Principal and Head of IPFC, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, to this function. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Next, my word of welcome goes to all the program coordinators of various departments. IPFC team headed by Dr. Srishel Kakeri sir, faculty and staff members for this event. Welcome all. The world is experiencing multiple transitions. The conventional world order is vanishing, but the contours of a new world order are uncertain for the mankind. With these few words, I welcome all once again. Thanks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Kumar.
madam. Thank you.
So now we have address by our guest of honor, Sri Satish Kumar. Over to you, sir.
So, 1 or 2 minutes,
Thank
just
you.
take a brief.
Okay. So, good morning, all the participants, faculty members, and respected panelists. So, my name is Satish Kumar. I am Assistant Director, Government of India, currently working with MSME and looking after this IP and innovation initiative. Generally, when we talk about SMEs, we consider that SMEs are, belongs to some indigenous technologies, and there is relation to innovation. Now, that has been changed. And SMEs are coming with innovations, including product, and innovation is very good. In 2016, we got our national IP policy, and after the national IP policy, various mandates have been assigned to Ministry of MSME, whether it's being setting up the IP facilitation center to provide professional consultancies and all these filing and enforcement support to the SMEs. Secondly, we are also doing providing some financial support to reduce our cost of registration of this IP. So today I have a presentation. So during the presentation, I will discuss more. And post this invitation, we will discuss and session.
Thank you,
So
sir.
thank you for this invitation. I love to more information during my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Satish Kumar. Now we have a address by guest of honor, Sri Baldev Singh. Over to you, sir.
So
So,
good
1 or 2
morning,
minutes.
everyone. Good morning, everyone. This is a first program what we are going to conduct in the state of the Karnataka in the post COVID-19. But COVID-19 particularly because I worked as a nodal officer here in the COVID-19 when the pandemic it has happened here. Particularly, I've seen even I want to tell to Sadish sir also because a lot of innovations it was happened in the Karnataka. I can say because even starting from the face mask to even in the your ventilators also because in India if you see only 2-3 companies they are doing it in the 2-3 companies also this best companies in Mysore they are doing it and even ventilators also some of this one in the sensors or otherwise in the electronic field many innovations they have done it. I can say even small things, even the booth preparation, otherwise sanitation.
I guess we have a small technical glitch from Baldev Singh's side. Uh, okay, so now I request Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa sir to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good morning to everybody, respected delegates who are participating, and my dear faculty members and
I
students,
think,
and also the participants. First of all,
sorry.
I think I'll request Baldev Singh sir to continue the
Yes,
speech. Then we will take care of it.
so we're it's very kind to Suresh sir because he was, this is actually the program what we are organizing today. This is he's this one, and even I should say thanks to the Satish sir because he has put he was requested to the Suresh sir, and Suresh sir is initiated, and successfully we are organizing this program. And I'm going to present the paper. So I request only that link also for the presentation. Suresh sir, please send to me this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Baldev sir. So requesting Dr. Shashidhar sir to please continue with that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. Respected delegates from the MSME, and first of all, I want to thank all the MSME because for graciously accepting our request to conduct the IPR program in our institution. And I'm very happy that they have been supporting all the way till now. And we are also happy for the faculty members that they are also actively participating and they have organized well this program. First of all, because in our institution, I think most of the innovations, whatever we have done, since last 3 to 4 years, we are focusing on the researchers. We have got already 18 to 19 publications as well as patent publications where the students actively involved along with the faculty members, and they are trying to innovate the product. And 3 or 4 entrepreneurs have also, they have started their startups. In fact, for COVID also, like Baldev Singh sir was saying that some innovations has to be brought in. In fact, our faculty and students, they have innovated a key where you will be touch free. For example, when you enter the lifts, when you enter the doors, so you will not have to touch anything. You'll just have to use that key, which it can be very small, which can be placed in a pocket, and then it can be used without any getting attracted to the infection viruses. So this is sort of the thing which we try to focus on, and we try to encourage the students to be there. And I request all of the faculty members to encourage the students and try to make sure that this program will help them to capture their ideas and protect their intellectual property, because most of the innovations, I think you know, because small innovations done in small place and it has been copied by somebody else, and they are making huge money from that. But ultimately, students are losing that hope. I have invented this, but ultimately somebody has taken the advantage of this. So these are the platforms where we will learn. The officials are also there, where they will try to enrich the experiences, how you have to protect your knowledge, what you are creating, your own knowledge. There is a saying that if you have a 1 crore in your pocket, somebody can steal. By the ideas what you generate from the mind, nobody can steal. So when you generate those ideas, you have to protect that also simultaneously, because that is the most important thing in the coming century. As we are going online, everything is moving towards a new platform. The world is moving towards a new platform. When we are moving towards a new platform, we have to safeguard ourselves, we have to safeguard our knowledge, and then only we will be able to be successful in our in this particular world, in a competitive world. So thank you very much for all of you to be part of it. I think Satish sir will be giving a brief demonstration, and he will be presenting the how the process starts and what are the advantages, how it can be taken forward, and what is the support they are extending from the MSME, medium scale industries, how we can take the advantages from the central government and also state government. I would like to request all of you to be focused and go further in this aspect. Thank you, organizers, for inviting me to this August program. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. So, requesting Dr. Suresha, Principal, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. So this is a time where for both Satish Kumar and Baldev Singh, just I wanted to give some information about our institute, that is Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So just I will highlight some of the important things for benefit of all the participants and for the guest and guest of honors. Very good morning, one and all. Today's chief guest, Sri Satish Kumar ji, Assistant Director, Office of the Development Commissioner, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, New Delhi. Sri Baldev Singh ji, Assistant Director, MSME, Bangalore. Respected Chief Executive Director, Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa, Sri Venkateshwara Group of Institutions, Bangalore. HODs of various departments, coordinators, participants across India. I welcome all of you for this virtual national webinar. I will provide a brief information about Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, popularly known as SVCE Bangalore. Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering is a leader in technical education and in development of ideas that shape the world's understanding of engineers. SVCE is affiliated to Vishwesvaraya Technological University, Belagavi, Karnataka, approved by AICTE New Delhi. Mechanical engineering, computer science engineering, electronics and communication engineering, and civil engineering are accredited by NBA. SVC has got institutional rating by QSI gauge in gold band, also submitted self-study report to the NAC and awaiting for the peer team visit. MSME Government of India has approved for setting up a business incubator at SVCE Bangalore. We are having 5 undergraduate courses and 2 postgraduate courses with 6 research centers recognized by the VTU, in which around 70 research scholars are pursuing their doctoral degree. We are proud of our position as the top academic college in engineering. SVC has hosted Smart India Hackathon, which is an MHRD, AICTE initiative for 4 years continuously. And in this year, SVCE team Austin has won the winner in SAS 2020 on the problem statement CK107, that is video-based dynamic human authentication system for access control at Chitkara University, Punjab. So kudos to our students, and we are happy about them. SVC is having an international student hack club branch, which is organizing hackathons, coding events, and many other software events in the online. We are also having 4 startups at SVC campus. One is Critonics and Nalcru Technologies are from computer science engineering, and Mbharati and Anveshna Innovations from mechanical engineering. Anveshna Innovations are developing air fresheners from waste to product, and it is in the initial stages, and students are from final year, and from the next month onwards, it will be in the regular process. The institute is also having Center of Excellence in the field of networking from Cisco, automobiles from Tata Kirloskar Motors, and robotics to promote research culture. The institute is also offering consultancy services to both government and private organizations like Bangalore International Airport, etc. The institute also received research grants from ISRO, DST, AICTE, KCST, VGST, and other funding agencies. From our institute, we have applied 18 patents across various domains, and all of them are at different stages. Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering is in the process of establishing Intellectual Property Facilitation Center in association with the Ministry of MSME, that is Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, New Delhi. The proposal for setting up of IPFC is approved under the scheme of building awareness on intellectual property rights for MSMEs and under credit-linked capital subsidy scheme. So SVC IPFC aims at formulating a strong team of comprising senior researchers, patent attorneys, so that any person with an innovative idea approaching the cell should be able to get all the required services and guidance to formulate into a patent. IPFC SVC aims at conducting programs on monthly basis, targeting various groups across Karnataka and creating awareness about the economic, social and cultural benefits among all the sections of society, that is academics, industries, startups and incubators, for accelerating development, promoting entrepreneurs. IPSC offers following services. In fact, there are awareness and sensitization events we are planning to conduct, patent searches and landscaping, IPR trainings and workshops, IP counseling and advisory services, IP filing services like patents, copyrights, trademarks, industrial designs, and GI, that is geographical indications. As of now, SVC has organized 16 programs like seminars, workshops during the last 5 years of various communities like faculty, research scholars, startups, etc. The SVC has filed 18 patents till date. So, Ministry of MSME has approved proposals worth 8 lakhs for organizing workshops, seminars, and national level conferences related to IPR for SVCE. I thank Sri Satish Kumar ji and Sri Baldev Singh ji for their participation in this webinar in spite of their busy schedules. Also, I thank all coordinators who have worked very hard for the success of this event and all the participants of your participation in this national webinar. And I hope you will have some takeaways from this event. Thank you one and all. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Over to Abhilash.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Now, I request Mr. Srinivasa ji, Assistant Professor, Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first all start by giving
Srinivas, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡು, ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ್, ಆಡಿಯೋ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Good morning to one and all.
Yeah, it's better. Try ಮಾಡಿ.
I deem it a great honor, and let me first of all start by giving the Almighty of a God, making the occasion of resounding. First and foremost, I thank our special guest.
We have a technical gauge from
Government of India,
Mr. Srinivas. So, yeah. So, we have come towards a vote of thanks today. So, I thank our chief guest, Sri G.R. Akadas, for making his time. I also thank our guest of honor, Shri Satish Kumar, Assistant Director, MSME, for giving his time for the event. I also thank Shri Baladev Singh, Assistant Director, MSME, GeoI Bengaluru. I also thank Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa for making a grace on this occasion. I also thank Dr. Suresha, Principal, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, on this gracing on this occasion. Thank you, sir. So, without wasting our time, let us start with our session. So, I request Sri Satish Kumar, Assistant Director, MSME GUI, New Delhi, to start with the session, sir. Sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I have a small presentation. Actually, I got
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
where's the good computer?
Hello, Mr. Satish, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. I'm just wait a second. I'm just starting my
Okay.
screen share.
Okay.
So I hope my screen is visible to all of you. If someone can confirm that.
Okay.
Is my screen visible?
Not, sir. Not yet, sir. It's not visible. So before that, we have Dr. Dilip Reddy Bolla to give a brief introduction about you, sir. Let's start with the session once we have the introduction about you. 1 minute, sir. Okay. Over to Dr. Dilip Reddy Bolla.
Thank you, Abhilash sir. Good morning to everyone. I consider it a great honor to welcome Sri Satish Kumar sir. Currently, sir is working as Assistant Director to Government of India. Presently, posted at Ministry of MSME, is dealing with IPR initiatives for MSME for more than 5 years. Overall, sir is having more than 11 years of experience working with various government ministries. He has done MA Economics, postgraduate diploma in IPR, postgraduate diploma in Marketing and Sales, WIPO certification program, the flagship distance learning course of the WIPO Academy, DL 101, Patent Cooperation Treaty, PCT, DL 302, DL 450, DL 201, DL 203, and attended WIPO Korea Joint Professional Training Program on Trademark at South Korea. He is delivering various sessions on IPR and government initiatives with industry associations, government departments, universities, etc. With this brief overview, I would like to welcome Satish Kumar sir to take over the session. Thank you, sir, and thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy, for this wonderful introduction. I have a small presentation. So I just share with you, and once it is visible to all of you, please let me confirm so that I can start.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Share your screen, sir. Okay, we have got your screen. I have added.
So is it visible to all of you, sir?
Yeah, sir. It is visible. It is visible. You can start with the session, sir.
So in my first presentation, I am just giving introduction to intellectual property rights. After this presentation, you will be able to what are the legal rights provided under this intellectual property law. So firstly, we need to understand what is intellectual property. So if you can see, the intellectual property word has been derived with two words. One is intellectual, other word is property. Intellectual means your intelligence, your wisdom, your knowledge, power of your brain. Properties means bundle of rights provided to the owner of a thing. There are various forms of properties available. It could be tangible or intangible property. Tangible properties, which is something which has some kind of physical attribute that you can touch, that you can see, that depreciate over a period of time. Another form of property is the intangible property that you can't touch, that you can't see, but it has certain value in the market. These intangible properties are also valuable property. So when we talk about intellectual property are intangible property which you can't see, which you can't touch, having certain value in the market and come into existence with the human intelligence. So we may say your creativity, your things you're creating with the power of your brain, and which is used in commerce and having certain value in the market, is your intellectual property. So, in general terms, as per definition of the WIPO, we can say intellectual property refers to creation of your mind, comprising all kind of invention, literary and artistic work, symbols you're designing, some kind of names you are thinking, images, designs, which are used in commerce. So when this intangible property, which has certain value in the market and used in the commerce, we call that intellectual property. So that such kind of work, such kind of creation of your mind needs to be protected. So we have a different law covering, giving protection to your intellectual work. So here I'm covering various forms of IP protection available for your creative work, for your work derived from the power of your brain. So if you have some invention, some kind of innovation, innovative product and process you are developing, you may opt for the patent protection. So patent provide legal rights, give ownership over the invention. If you have some design some brand, design some logos and some kind of symbol used in a used by different enterprises, different companies in the business process, you may have this trademark protection. For some kind of shape of the product, some kind of outer shape of the product you have designed, you may opt for the design registration, industrial design registration. Another thing is copyright. So copyright is being provided, some literary work, some artistic work you are doing. So you may opt for the copyright protection. Geographical indication being provided for the product belongs to a certain origin of the geography and which has some reputation, some kind of goodwill for such product. This is basically a community right. So first right, under the IP laws, we provide geographical indication protection. Trade secret is some kind of undisclosed information which gives some certain value and some competitive advantage to your business in the market. So you may opt for the trade secret. So these are the various forms of IP rights available on your intellectual work, on your creative work. So first, I am introducing patents. Generally, you have heard this term of patent in your life. So what is a patent? Patents are basically a legal exclusive right given to the inventee when he disclose his invention, all the scientific knowledge, detail about the all technical parameters of his invention to the government, to the Indian Patent Office. In exchange of disclosing information, disclosing invention, government provides some legal rights, which we call patents. So, what are the legal rights available once you get this patent? So, you have right to, you have completely monopolistic right that that invention become your property, and you have complete monopolistic right. You become owner of this property, and you have right to exclude other people for making, using, selling, offering for sale, or importing the patented invention without your consent. If someone wants to use an invention, he will take your consent, and in exchange of some royalty, some kind of assignment of technology, some kind of licensing, you can charge for the commercial exploitation of your invention, patented invention. So generally, all inventions are not patentable. We provide the invention related to the product and processes is may get the patent. So the product and process, new kind of product you are developing, new kind of process you are developing, you may opt for the patent protection. The period of the patent, the period of the patent, the term of the patent protection, the patent is only for the 20 years from the date of filing. So suppose today I am filing my patent, from today onwards I have patent rights for next 20 years. Patents are the territorial rights. Territorial rights something. If I got my patent in India, so my rights are all legal rights I have in the geographical territory in this particular country only. I can't claim my right in any other country. If I opt for this patent right in other country, I have to file a separate application to the different jurisdiction. So the patent rights are completely territorial in nature. Suppose if you're exporting your product in some different market, so you have to choose patent protection as per the patent law of that particular country, or you may opt PCT route for multiple filing of your patent application. So these are the basic characteristics of patents. Once you get this patent, these are the rights available to the patentee. So once when before you have the patent, you called as an inventee, the owner of the invention. Once you get this patent certificate, after that onward, you will be known as a patentee. So these are the characteristics of patent. So the next important thing, the patentability criteria. So all inventions are not subject to the patent subject matter. There are certain criteria under as per the section 2 of the Patent Act, which has to be satisfied. So basically, there are three criteria. Every invention has to be satisfied for this patent protection. So number one is a novel. Novel man means new. Your invention should be new. That means before you're applying for the patent application, your invention shouldn't be published anywhere in the country or abroad. Sometimes most of the especially the college students and professors, what they do, they are doing some research from the laboratory, and they publish their invention in an article form, and thereafter they are looking for the patent protection. In that case, they will not have this patent protection because the invention is already in public domain in the form of article. So you have to keep in mind, if you are looking for the patent protection, whatever invention you are doing, you have to ascertain that invention is shouldn't be available in public domain. So that is the novelty criteria. This is the first criteria for the patent protection. The second criteria is the inventive step. So how you judge whether your invention is involving an inventive step? It is your invention should bring some kind of new knowledge to the expert, not to the common person, but to an expert. Suppose you are an engineering student, you invented something, and you are just showing your invention to your colleague that I have invented this product, and your colleague, your fellow student is saying, yeah, it's very inventive, go for the patent. No, you will not get a patent. You will get the only patent if the domain expert, if the expert in that particular domain your invention belongs to, he says that this is bringing some kind of new knowledge, then only it satisfies the criteria of inventor. The third important criteria is the industrial application. So whatever invention you're looking for the patent, it should have some kind of use in the industry. So that can be applied to the industry. So industrial application should be there. This is the third criteria. So these are the three criteria. If your invention is satisfying these three criteria, you may opt for you may granted this patent. Another thing, the patentable subject matter. So under the 1970 Patent Act, the section 3 and 4, which there are some classification section 3 and 4 where you may not, with their exemption, where in that area you may not have this patent protection. So I'm just talking about section 3 and section 4 of the Patent Act. So there are some areas where you may not have this patent protection. If your invention, which is previous, which is contrary to the well-established natural law, you may not have patent protection. If your invention is against, it's not moral invention, it is injurious to the public health. Suppose some kind of virus you have developed in the laboratory and you are claiming for this, so you will not have the patent for the subject matter which is injurious to the public health. Mere discovery of scientific principle. So, very known scientific principle, if you discover, you will not have this patent protection. Abstract theory, some kind of abstract theory you have developed, you will not have the patent protection. Mere discovery of some new property or new use of a known substance, you will not have this patent protection. A substance obtained by a mere admixture, or maybe you are in a particular substance, you are just adding some more elements and claiming for the patent protection, you will not get this patent. Rearrangement, duplication, some kind of reverse engineering work you are doing. Already machinery are there, you just reverse engineer for that part. This is also not a new and patentable subject matter. a method of agriculture or horticulture. For this particular sector of agriculture, some kind of device for this use in agriculture process you have developed, you will not get this patent protection because government wants to, they wants to the this technological part should be adopted in this agriculture sector. So they promote such kind of innovation in this agriculture sector. So will not get for such a device, such a method of agriculture, you will not get patent protection. Any process of medical surgery or curative, some kind of some methods of surgery, conducting a surgery you have adopted for this kind of procedures, you will not get this patent. For the plants, animal, and a whole part and a part of thereof, or microorganism. So we have very different act for the plant variety protection act. So there we provide protection for the new plant varieties. So here you will not get this patent protection. A mathematical calculation or a business method or computer program or algorithmic for this work, you will also not get a patent protection. Some kind of mathematical calculation you have developed, you will not get a patent protection. A literary, dramatic, musical, or artistic work, or any kind of aesthetic creation. For that, we have a copyright act and a design act. So for such kind of subject matter, you will also not get patent. A mere scheme or rule or method or kind of presentation, something you are doing, playing games, some kind of representation of information. For such kind of work, you will not get this patent. Topography of integrated circuit. So for such kind of integrated circuit, we have a different act under this IP laws. So that we called Integrated Design and Semiconductor Layout Design Act 2000. So for that topography of integrated circuit, we don't provide patent protection. Invention, which is in fact is a traditional knowledge. So we are from ancestral times. We have some kind of a traditional knowledge. Like there's a very famous case of turmeric quality of as an antiseptic and turmeric scientific medicine quality of turmeric and healing the wounds. So in the US, the patent was granted, but that was also revoked on the grounds that that was a traditional knowledge in India. So for such kind of traditional knowledge, you will not get the patent protection. So these are the areas identified under Section 3 of the Patent Act where you may not have this patent. There's another section, Section 4 of the Patent Act, where there are certain areas which is reserved for the government. So for the invention related to atomic energy, you will not get the patent. So this is about what is not a non-patentable subject matter. So next part is the registration process. Suppose if your invention is qualifying all these three criteria I have already mentioned. Now, what is the procedure? What is the procedure to opt for the patent protection? So I will just explain whole procedure of the patent. So there are two methods of registration of patent. One is a provisional application, another is a application with complete specification. If you are filing a provisional application, you require to file within the 12 months of time your application with complete specification. You file your provisional application when you are looking for priority date, some kind of looking for the early priority date, or maybe your invention is not ready, some results are still to be validated, and you need to work more work on your research. So in that part, but you required that I need a protection from as early as I could have. So you may file this provisional application with the patent office. If you file your provisional application within the you have a 12-month time. Within a 12-month time, you are required to file your application with complete specification. In case you fail to file your application within the 12 months of time with complete specification, your application deemed to be abandoned by the patent office. The second case, if you file your application within a 12-month time or with a complete specification, or directly you're filing your application with complete specification. So next procedure is, once you file your application with complete specification, within the 18 months of time, Indian Patent Office publish your application in the Patent Journal. So once your application published in the Patent Journal, it is available to any third party for any kind of opposition. if they feel that you shouldn't be granted your patent, any kind of infringement or any kind of copied work you are doing. So it is available through the publication to the general public to raise any kind of objection to your application, patent application. Then this period we call pre-grant opposition. So before the grant, anyone can oppose your application. Then once it is published, after the publication, there is a time period of 48 months time. So within the 48 time month, by paying requisite examination fees, you can request for the examination to the patent office. So within 48 months of time, you have to apply for the request for the examination to the patent office. Kindly examine my application. So after the receipt of request for the examination, patent authority give your application to the examiner for the examination. So examiner check the criteria whether your invention is fulfilling all the criteria of patentability, whether it as per the requirement of the Patent Act, if it is fulfilling or whatever examination is done, examiner issue the FER, that is first examination report. So first examination report is issued by the patent examiner. So once it is the first examination report is issued, that is communicated to the applicant. There are generally some kind of objection, some kind of objection raised by the patent office, and the applicant, once it is received by the applicant has time of 6 months to remove all kind of objection raised by the patent office, or he has to comply. In case, or in a special case, he can also extend additional 3 months. So the total time period of submission, his response to the patent office, that is 6 months, plus that is also extendable for further 3 months. So total 9 month time is available to the applicant to respond to the patent office on the objection raised. So once it is the applicant compliant with the objection raised by the patent office, his application process for the registration, for the grant of the patent certificate. In case he failed to comply with the response needed to be required by the patent office, his application abandoned. So his application deemed to be abandoned. So this is a whole process of the patent registration, and generally it takes more time, subject to the what are the objections raised by the third party, what are the concern compliances required by the applicant, and how quickly he is responding. Based on that, he may have his patent certificate registration. If you are a startup and MSME individual applicant, you can also opt for the expeditious examination process, where within the 1 month time you can have this early examination of the patent application. You require to pay 2,500 to the patent office, and you may request for the early publication of your patent application, or with some additional fees. You can also there is a form 18 you have to fill up, and with this you may also request for the early examination of your application also. So with this process, with this expeditious process, you may have your patent certificate much early. So this was about the patent. The next IP I'm releasing here is the trademark. So trademark is generally some kind of sign, some kind of symbol, kind of shape, color, which is used in commerce, depicted over the product to recognize what is the source of the product, what is the source of the that enterprise, the enterprise. So it is generally a kind of sign. When just you see that sign, symbol, or shape, you easily recognize this product belongs to that particular enterprises. So it provides some kind of identity, some kind of brand positioning, and advertise the product of the enterprises. So this is a kind of first step protecting the brand value of the enterprises and building IP portfolio. So what could be trademark? So trademark could be any kind of device, any kind of brand, heading, label, name, could be a signature, word, letter, number, shape of a good, packaging, combination of color, or a combination of all of these I have mentioned. So such kind of things you can use when you are looking for this trademark protection. The term of the trademark initially for the 10 years, and after 10 years you can renew your trademark indefinitely in the interval of 10 years. So for the trademark, unlikely for the like the patent, you have trademark protection for the indefinite period of time, subject to your keep renewing your trademark application. So now I'm here discussing various forms of trademark. It could be a word mark, so some kind of word you are choosing for your brand. Like here, I have used this Coca-Cola. It's a very famous word mark. Another is a device and picture. So you can use some kind of picture, some kind of device. You have seen Jaguar used for the very famous car brand. Uh, Here I have taken this apple. This apple picture represents a very famous phone brand, that is iPhone. iPhone or iPad. We use this trademark, this symbol. You may also adopt some kind of label. So I have here taken example of this red and blue combination of this label for this toothpaste industry. This Colgate. This is another, this white and red combination of a label is a for the Lee Cooper. Is a very famous brand for the textile, for this clothing. You may also design some kind of logo, some kind of unique logo. Here is a BMW logo being used. That is also a very famous trademark. Some kind of name, maybe it could be your name, your family name, or some kind of surname, uh, uh, and here or any kind of general name it could be. So you may choose some kind of name for your when you're designing for this trademark. It could be also a signature. So you have seen, some kind of bat, cricket bat. There was a signature of the Sachin Tendulkar. So such kind of signature can be used as a trademark for the branding support your product. So here I've taken this example of Jack Daniel. The signature in the signature form. This is also a very famous trademark. You can also choose some kind of letters or combination of letters. So here is I have taken this three letters KFC. This is a Manchurian Fried Chicken. This is a very famous restaurant chain and very famous trademark. Another I have taken two letters H and P. This HP is belongs to the computer industry. This is very another forms of trademark where combination of some letters being used. You may also choose some kind of numbers when you're designing your trademark brand positioning strategies. Here I have taken this triple five. This triple five is a detergent soap in Indian market. So here you may have number or combination of letter or number. This can be also used as a trademark. Trademark could be a shape of good. So this is the shape of the Coca-Cola bottle. This is very famous trademark, shape trademark. The trademark also can be designed as a color, as a different combination of color. So you have seen that Tiffany packaging. This is light green color. Tiffany is very famous. Here I have taken the example of this Cadbury. This purple and this combination with the orange combination is a purple color used by the Cadbury. So when you see this purple color chocolate, you easily recognize this is the source of this chocolate is Cadbury. So you don't require to actually read this name of the company. From this color itself, you can easily recognize. So that the major role of the trademark to identify the source of the product. So what are the requirements? Likely patent, a trademark also certain requirement you have to fulfill when you are opting for the trademark protection. There are the two requirements. The trademark should be very unique and distinctive. It shouldn't create any kind of confusion in a person's mind that whether this belongs to the person, whether that mark belongs to particular company X or Y, something. So there shouldn't be any kind of confusion in consumers' mind when they see a trademark. It should give a clear picture. This trademark belongs to that particular company or enterprises. So it shouldn't be deceive or cause confusion. It shouldn't be very customary in the current language. So you can't use a word which is very commonly used in the society. So such kind of names should be avoided and can't have this trademark. Not to hurt any religious susceptibility means it shouldn't hurt any religious feeling. Is slanderous and offense is very obvious. not to be prohibited under the emblem and names. So there are certain, like we have national emblem, certain state symbols. So you can't use such a kind of national emblem, national flag, state emblems while you are designing for this trademark protection. So another thing is a very important thing. How what kind of symbols being used for this trademark? So if you see this TM on my presentation, if you send this TM is used for this applied trademark. So once you applied for the trademark application, so that represents this application is yet to be granted. It is pending with the trademark registry. This R is under the circle is used for this registered trademark. So that means if someone is using R under inside the circle, that means the trademark has been registered. SM is used for the service mark. So some kind of service you're providing, this is used for the service mark. So another part is how we register for the trademark. It's very a very simplistic process. First step you have to do, you have to file your trademark application either with the offline mode or with the online mode. So if you are submitting your application, it is examined by the trademark registry, and if some kind of objection is raised, you have to require to comply. You have to respond to the objection raised by the trademark registry. In case there is no objection, all the objection raised by the registry is done. Your application is proceed for the examination. So examiner, examine your application whether it is fulfilling all the criteria, all the requirement of the trademark. In case no objection being raised, your application proceed for the publication. So once it is published, once it is your application being published, it is available for the any third party for this raise any objection. If any opposition or any kind of objection be raised, so it has been consistent a hearing being conducted by the trademark registry, and you have to produce all your documents responses to the trademark registry, and if you complied, your application proceed for the registration. There's another important thing. If you are not, objection not waived and application being refused, you have the option to produce your case before the Intellectual Property Appellate Board, where you can submit your application and request for the re-examination of, you can request against the decision of the trademark registry. And thereafter, you may also call to the move to the move before the any respective court of law. So this is the procedure of the trademark registration. And another important IP is the copyright. So copyright generally being provided, it's the kind of legal right provided for the certain some kind of artistic and literary work you are doing. So once you have this musical, artistic, literary work, you have an exclusive right, and you become the originator of this, owner of that intellectual work, this creative work you have done, and you have right to print, publish, perform, film, or record your work in front of public in any form of this publication. So this is the kind of exclusive right given to the artist, to the owner of the product, owner of the work, been given. Although the registration of the trademark is not, registration of the copyright is not mandatory, but it is suggested to opt for the copyright registration if you are doing your work being done in something in commercial sense, some kind of music you are creating, and that music is being used in a music industry or some kind of public domain. So it is advisable to register for the copyright. So once you have registered your copyright, it is very easy to for you to establish your ownership before the any court of law to claim any kind of damages. Although it is not mandatory, so it's not mandatory. It's being you become the owner of your copyrighted work once the work has been created itself. So another important thing, the copyright law protects the idea in express in tangible form, but not the idea underlying such expression. That means you can't have copyright over an idea of expression. Idea of expression means, suppose I have an idea of clicking a picture of sundown, and so I can't have copyright over an idea of clicking a picture of sundown. I will have the protection of copyright only once I will actually produce that work. That means when once I go through that place and actually clicking the picture of this sundown and producing it in materialistic form, in express form, then only I could have a copyright protection to that particular picture only, not to the idea. So another example, like I have an idea to write a book over about the Indian freedom struggle. So there could be multiple people who could have the same idea, and they can write their book in own words in a different expression. So that means, and therefore the different expression, they could have a different copy of copyright uh, in the form of the book published by them. So on a particular idea, there could be many copyrights in a, because for a particular single idea, there could be as much as expression of the same idea. So the copyright always being provided for this work developed in a materialistic form. The copyright owner has right to reproduce, translate, adapt, perform, distribute, public display the work. So these are the rights available to the owner of the copyright. So another thing is, what is copyrightable subject matter? So there are different categories, and uh, these are something I defined, some major things I've defined, but this is not restricted to this one. It could be much beyond. Like there's a category literary and work, including software. Here in India, software are the copyrightable subject matter. So something, some kind of books you are writing, some kind of essay you're doing, some kind of emails you are sending, some kind of letters you are doing, compilation, computer program. All this covers the literary work. Artistic works is something, some drawings you are doing, paintings you are doing, some kind of logo you're designing, you are making some maps, developing some charts, plan sheets, clicking some photographs. You are interior designer doing some interior designing work, some kind of jewelry designing work. So such work is the artistic work, which is also a copyrightable subject matter. Another thing is dramatic work. You're an artist. You are doing some screenplay, drama, and these are the these are the dramatic work. So that is also a copyrightable subject matter. Some kind of music composition, music notation is also a copyrightable subject matter. Uh, when you have some sound recording, different kind of sound you are recording. So this sound recording is also copyrightable subject matter. Cinematographic films means visual recording with the audio. So such kind of movies you have seen, movies, some kind of YouTube videos you are developing. So all this work is also a copyrightable subject matter. So this is the some basic feature of the copyrightable subject matter. Although you can explore, there is a, it is the copyright subject matter is more beyond that. So another thing is, what is the term of the copyright? So once you have you have created such kind of literary, artistic, and dramatic work. So what kind of what is the term of the protection? So there are basically two categories. If you have some literary, dramatic, musical, artistic work, you have some photograph you have clicked. So for such kind of work, the protection period is lifetime of the author plus 60 years after the death of the author. So literary, dramatic, musical, artistic work, and photograph, the term of protection is lifetime of the author plus 60 years after the death of the author. There are some kind of anonymous work, pseudonymous work, cinematographic film, sound recording, some kind of work done by the government organization, public undertaking, or autonomous organization, some kind of work done by the international organization like a WHO we have, UNIDO is there, United Nations organization is there. So for such work, the period of protection is only for 60 years from the first publication of the work. So the date of the first publication, this work is protected for the next 60 years. So these are two categories and the term of the protection of copyright. The next is a procedure for the registration of the copyright. So it is Also, just like other application, you require to file your application with the requisite fees. And once you file your application, a unique diary number being issued by the copyright registry, and it is kept for the objection for mandatory for the 30 days. So for the 30 days, copyright do nothing on that part. And if no objection being raised by any party, the copyright application being scrutinized by the examiner. After the examination, if any discrepancy is found, the discrepancy is communicated to the applicant, and applicant has to reply to the discrepancy raised by the copyright registry, and the hearing being contested. And after the hearing, if the decision come in the favor of the copyright owner or applicant, so the registration approved, and this sent for this extraction. The extraction of the copyright is sent for the publication, and this application is being registered. In case of this some kind of objection raised, again you have to remove that, or you have to already submit your responses against this objection. The parties, the copyright registry send the letters to the both the parties, the person who has objected and the person who is required to submit his response. So both the parties contest the hearing being done, and if hearing comes, after the hearing, decision of the hearing comes in the favor of applicant, again this process is repeated. So this is about the copyright registration process. Another thing is the industrial design. Industrial design means they have lots of products. So something design some outer shape of the product. This outer shape is a certain value in the market. So suppose if you are in a textile sector, you're designing some cloths. I'm wearing this shirt. This shirt being designed by some designer. Some kind of jewelry you're designing, some kind of necklace you're designing, some kind of different cars you have seen, some kind of machinery products. All these aesthetic shape is the subject matter of design registration. So there is a design Industrial Design Act 2000. Under the section 2D defines what is design. So the industrial design means some kind of feature of shape, configuration, pattern, ornament, or composition of line or color. When it is applied to an article, which is, it could be a two-dimensional article or the three-dimensional article. When it is applied, so such kind of shape, such kind of outer look of that product is the subject matter of design registration. So here we are concerned not with the functional aspect, how the design function. Here we are concerned with the aesthetic feature. That means when it is applied to an article, how that article looks, how that product looks. So that visual appeal, that visual appearance give it differentiates the product. It gives some uniqueness to the product, and with this uniqueness, this shape of this product has certain value in the market. It is also a kind of saleable thing. Like you have seen the design of the car, outer design, you get attracted, and whose design is more attractive, that car, that product are more saleable. So the next question, what could be design? So it could be any kind of shape, configuration, surface pattern, color or line, or combination of all these, which is applied to an article. So what is the protection period of the design? So initially the protection period of the design, once you granted the design registration, the initially protection period is 10 years. That is also extendable for the next 5 years. So the total protection period is only for the 15 years. So what is the requirement of the design? The design should be unique, unique in the sense different. It should be very differentiated. Like if the two similar kind of designs comes in front of a consumer or a common people, they can easily differentiate that this design is different with this another design. Like if you have two shapes of the bottle, one is from the Coca-Cola, other is the Pepsi. If you remove the label of that Pepsi and Coca-Cola, and bring in front of common person, so he can easily identify that particular shape belongs to the Coca-Cola and other particular shape belongs to the Pepsi. So from the naked eye, you can easily identify it. Such kind of differentiation should be there. It should be original and new, and shouldn't be oblique, or shouldn't be available in public domain in materialistic form. That means whatever design of the product, whatever your design, it shouldn't be available in materialistic form. That means it shouldn't be applied. It shouldn't be applied to a particular article or a product and available to the public. So it shouldn't be available in public domain once you're filing a design application. Uh, the other things is like same like the trademark. So this is about the requirement of the design registration. The another is a part how you can register design. What is the process of the design registration? So firstly, you have to file your application, a formal application being checked, a number being given to your design application, and examination of the application being done. If there is objection, the objection communicated to the applicant. If after the communication of objection to the applicant, applicant has to comply with the objection raised, and within the 6 month time, he has to give his responses. If his response being accepted by the design registry, his design is published in the official journal of design, and if no objection being raised or no objection being raised by the on the application, his design application being registered. So this is about the design registration part. Another important IP, basically it is a community right, belongs to some kind of trust, some kind of community-based organization who has the kind of concern and related to the that particular product. So when we talk about geographical indication, a geographical indication is a kind of product which belongs to a certain geographical territory, certain geographical origin, and which assures that some kind of qualities and reputation that product has, that is due to the origin. So that particular origin. So suppose we have seen lots of products like we heard about this Darjeeling tea. So that Darjeeling tea belongs to that hilly area that is in Darjeeling, and that particular area due to some atmospheric condition, because rains and some atmospheric condition, this product, this tea has certain kind of qualities, certain kind of different uniqueness, and that's why that product belongs to that particular geographical territory, and all these community belongs to that area, who maybe they're producer, they are manufacturer, they could be trust, certain kind of association and community, they file for this GI protection. Another GI I have mentioned is Kadaknath. This Kadaknath belongs to Jhabua district of Madhya Pradesh. This chicken has very good protein content and very low cholesterol. So that's why, and it has certain medicine values. It curing some kind of disease. So that's why this Kadaknath chicken, this black color chicken, is also a registered GI. Another the product I have mentioned here, this is agriculture product. This is basically Alpanzo mango that is produced in Konkan region of Maharashtra, and this has sweetness, sugar level, and that's why this uniqueness of the product. This is also a registered GI. So there are so many products being registered in India. 8% till the June, we have 370 registered GI across the country, and this product belongs to, basically there are four categories of the product. The product belongs to agriculture product, agriculture sector. It could be handcraft product. It could be manufactured goods, and the product belongs to textile sector. So these are the broad four categories of the product registered GI in India. So another thing is what is the term of the protection for the GI? So just like trademark, the protection period of GI is also for the 10 years, and after the 10 years, you have to renew your application within the period of 6 months, and you may have this GI protection as much as longer you are renewing your GI application. If you have failed to renew your GI application within six month time, your GI application, your GI protection cease to be registered. So this is the protection period. But in some European countries, we have seen once you register with a GI application, the term of protection for indefinite period. So there is no renewal procedure. But here in India, we have this renewal procedure. So another part is what is the registration process of the GI. So the firstly, you have to file your application along with all documents to the GI registry that is in Chennai, and a preliminary examination scrutiny process being done by the GI registry, and if any deficiency found, that is communicated to the applicant, and applicant has to reply within the 1 month period of time to the all this deficiency found by the GRST. So if application after this, if application receive its complete specification, all the objections raised by the all the deficiency raised by the DRST being removed, then what GRST do? GRST forms a consultative group, a committee of consultative group. So CG, a constitution of consultative group. So CG being formed by the GRST, and this CG gives examines the GI application whether this product has uniqueness, it has a reputation, all the historical documents, all the maps, all these records being checked by this CG, and CG gives his recommendation for the registration or not registration to the GRST. So on if the product being recommended by the CG, based on the recommendation of the consultative group, examination report will be issued. So an examination report will be issued by the GRST, and the applicant has to reply if any concern, any objection being raised by the GRST. Applicant has to reply to the this process. If all this compliance be done and this application being accepted by the GRST publish the GI application to the GI journal, and this application is available for the 4 months from the publication to the that is 4 months is available to the any person who wants to oppose to the GI registration part. They can oppose once this application is in public domain in the publication form. If no objection being raised by any other third party on the registration of the GI application move for the registration of the for the grant of this registration certificate. So after this process, if it's complied, satisfy all these things, you may have this that community, that applicant have this GI registration certificate. Another important IP is a semiconductor of integrated circuit. I hope I am taking lots of time. I hope I have time. I will take 5 minutes and finishing it. So this is another important IP, semiconductor of integrated circuit and layout design. It is also part of design now in electronic industry. Lots of chips, lots of semiconductor being developed. You may have, if you can see this picture, you may have seen this kind of integrated circuit in your computer, in your devices, on your phone, like motherboard, such kind of integrated circuit there, and lots of intellectual work, lots of creative work being done, in developing these topographical circuits. So this is also is a copyright subject matter. So once you apply for this registration certificate, the term of protection is available for this 10 years. Although it's not very not very common IP, it present we have just two integrated circuit registered in India. One is registered with the BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited, and another one is registered with the NASA, National Space, ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. So these two register layout design we have till now. That was registered in 2015. So just like the other design, this is also the requirement design registration is it should be original and should not be available in public domain in a materialistic form, not to be commercialized, and it shouldn't be any copied product or maybe reverse engineer product. It should be descriptive in that sense. So these are the process. These are the things. If you are opting, if you are developing, if you belong to electronic industry and developing some kind of integrated circuit and topography work. Now another IP is the trade secret. Trade secret is a kind of undisclosed information which is not commonly known to the general public, and because of you can keep secret such kind of information, you have some kind of advantage in the market, and due to the advantage you are having this market access. So I have, if you can see this picture, I have taken these 4 famous trade secrets. Like if you can see the first product, that is a formula of Coca-Cola. That formula from the hundred of years, this formula of Coca-Cola is not known to the any person. So due to this formulation, Coca-Cola has not filed for the patent protection. If they file for the patent, they may have the protection period of only for the 20 years. But trademark, in the trademark, you can enjoy this IP protection as much as you can protect your trade secret. you can keep your secret, your undisclosed information secret. So this is a due to this formula is not known to the general public, not to the common person. That this Coca-Cola brand enjoys very good market advantage. So what ingredients being used in this Coca-Cola not known to the person. Another is the McDonald's burger. If you see the McDonald's uses some kind of special sauces in their burger, so that the recipe of the sauces is not known. So because of this, McDonald's has some competitive advantage in the market. Another is the third picture. If you see KFC chicken rings, so some kind of recipe, some kind of masala is being used by the KFC, and uh, this recipe is not known. This recipe is being kept secret. This KFC has very good market advantage. Another is WD-40 formula. This is an addictive, some kind of like we have Indian Favicol. So this is the US brand, and this formula is also not known to the general public. This brand is having competitive advantage market. So the trade secret may what could be the trade secret? It could be any kind of information which is very useful for your information, and you feel that if it comes to the public domain and known to the your competitor, you will lose your market. So it could be any kind of information, a formula, pattern, compilation, program, device, details of your client's method, technique, or a process which have economic value. Why you will keep secret your this information? Because it has some economic value. It is giving you some market. You are able to sell more product in the market and require to maintain a secrecy. The trade secret is an independent having economic value. It is generally not known. Matlab, your product should be like this through reverse ring or any kind of ways or method. No, people can't have access to your undisclosed information. Then only you can maintain the secrecy. Other, if any one person by seeing your product can easily identify what things you are hiding. So you can't have this trade secret. So reasonable to afford to maintain secrecy. That means because it is providing you some market, that's why you are maintaining that secrecy. So this is the about the secrecy. Generally, the not IP. You're not required to go for the registration as a trade secret. It is some kind of advisory how you can have the market advantage where you hide, you undisclose undisclose your secret information, your intellectual work. So this is all about the IP. I hope I will just take 10 minutes to give some basic incentives available for this IP registration. So although I have taken lots of time, but I take this leverage to give this information. Hello, hello,
Shall we take the question, sir?
hello.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
I'm audible now? Okay. So this is just first before I just provide information what the incentive, what are the support program for the IP registration available. I just give you how you can register and start an MSME to have these benefits. So this is an old definition. Earlier we have recently revised the definition of MSME. From the 1st July 2020, we have a new definition of MSME. Earlier, we have definition of the MSME that is based on investment, plant and machinery, and based on there are two categories of this sector, like a manufacturing sector and the service sector. And based on the plant and machinery, we identify in the micro, small, and medium enterprises. And from the 1st July 2020 onwards, we have revised our definition. We have notified new MSME definition, and as per the new definition, we have eliminated this criteria of service sector and manufacturing based sector completely. We have eliminated, and we have come up with a dual criteria, that is composite criteria, that is based on investment, plant and machinery and equipment, and annual turnover. So if a unit, if an enterprise is having investment, plant and machinery and equipment not more than 1 crore, and their annual turnover is not exceeding 5 crore, we classify them into micro units. Another thing is if their investment plant and machine is not exceeding 10 crore and their annual turnover is not beyond 50 crore, we classify them to small units. The last part is the medium enterprises. For medium enterprises, if their investment plant and machine equipment is not exceeding 50 CR and their annual turnover is not more than 250 crore, so we classify them into medium enterprises. So based on these investment, plant and machinery and annual turnover in a particular financial year, we classify them into micro, small and medium enterprises. So another thing is what is the registration process. So once you apply for this registration, how we can register with the MSME certificate. So for this, to obtain this MSME certificate, you require to visit this website, that is udyamregistration.gov.in. Once you visit this website, you will get this registration form, and by submitting this registration form, you may have this MSME certificate. This MSME registration is completely online, fully online, paperless, and based on self-declaration. That means you don't require to upload any document to the government. The only thing you require, you should have a Aadhaar number which you require to produce while you are submitting your application. This if you are already registered as an MSME, you require to re-register, because your registration certificate, your old registration MSME certificate is valid for this financial year only, that is 31st March 2021. After that, you cease to be registered. So within this financial year, you require to re-register according to this new definition of the MSME. So this is about the MSME registration process. So once you registered, you may have this kind of MSME certificate. This is a new certificate being provided by the Government of India. So another thing for the startup, generally startups are the person who is setting up a new kind of business. So, but as per the DPIT, there are certain conditions which you have to satisfy for this startup registration. So, number one, the age of the enterprises. So, age of the enterprises should not be exceeding 10 years from the date of incorporation. So, the period of existence and operation should not be exceeding 10 years from the date of incorporation of the entity. Another thing, the entity should not be having annual turnover, that is, it shouldn't be exceeding 100 CR in any of the financial year from the date of its incorporation. So during this period of 10 years, your turnover should not exceed 100 CR. So another thing, the third condition is that that startup brings some kind of innovation, some kind of improvement in the existing product, process, and services, and scalable business, which is providing, which has things to provide lots of some kind of employment opportunities for the youth. So some kind of innovation is bringing such kind of innovation brought by this the innovative startup. So these are the three things which has to be satisfied for the startup registration certificate. So this is a website which has to be visited for the startup registration. You require to visit this website, that is startupindia.gov.in. Once you visit this website, you have on the left hand side, you will find this startup recognition, and by clicking this, you will get this startup registration form, and by filling this startup registration, you will have this startup registration certificate. The only things you have to require to upload two documents. One is you have to require to upload your certificate of incorporation, and secondly, you have to submit a write-up about how your product, your business is bringing some kind of innovation, some kind of improvement in the existing products. So that write-up and this certificate incorporation you required to upload while you're submitting this startup registration certificate. If your application satisfied all these conditions and fulfilling all these criteria, you may have your startup certificate within the 3 days of time. So there are some incentive for the startup if you are having the startup certificate. So there is no labor inspection for the startup initially for the 3 years. So no labor inspection being done. There is a credit guarantee fund for the startup. So if you're visiting some banks, so you may have you can submit your project and have some bank loans. 80% rebate being provided on the on government fees for the startup patent application. Income tax relief initial for the first 3 years. Then exemption is provided for the any long-term capital gain, and easy exit policy. That means within the 90 days of time, if your startup gets failed, you can easily exit from the market. So these are the things. Also, there is a procurement policy for the SMEs and startups. So government give preference in their procurement policy if the products being procured from the startups and MSMEs. So the another thing is about what are the government rebates and incentives available for this IP registration for the income patent office part, income sorry, intellectual property office part. So IP office provide lots of incentive rebates to the application filed by the MSME and startup. So for the SMEs, there is a 50% reduction in the government fees. Suppose if for the other entities, the patent filing fees is 8,800 if the patent application being filed in offline mode, and 8,000 10% discount being given on the online application. So if the other entities filing their application through online mode, the government fees is 8,000. But here for the SMEs, if application MSME file their patent application through offline mode, the government fees is 4,400, and for the online mode, it is 4,000 only. So here 50% reduction in government fees for MSMEs. Similarly, for the industrial design, for the other entities, the industrial design registration filing fees is 4,000. For the small entities, for the MSMEs and for the startup, it is just 1,000 rupees. Similarly, for the trademark, for the general entities, the trademark filing fees is 10,000 when application being offline filed, and 9,000 if application being online filed. Here also 50% discount rebate being given to the startup and MSME if the application being filed by the startup and MSME. For offline application, it is 5,000 and 4,500 per class if the application being filed by the startup and MSME through online mode. Another thing, 80% rebate being provided to the startup in patent filing. So other entities, 8,800 and 8,000 for offline and online filing respectively. And if the startup is filing their application through offline mode, it is 1,700 rupees, 750 rupees. And if it is been filed in online mode, the patent filing fees is 1,600 rupees only. So this was about the what are the rebates available from Indian Patent Office side if you are having this startup and MSME certificate. But apart from that, if you're in startup, you required some kind of professional assistance. You required some kind of professional support in filing, writing your claims for the patent, design, and trademark application. So this is the scheme of SIPP scheme of DPIT, which has empaneled more than 840 empaneled IP attorneys, IP consultants who provide professional support to the startup. So there you will get the government rebate discount in your government filing fees. Another part, you may opt this empanel attorneys, empanel IP consultant, and they will provide you all these professional services. Filing your application, drafting your application, free of cost. So whatever claim being done by these attorneys, that is reimbursed to these attorneys by the DPIT. So another question, how you can avail the services of these empanel attorneys. So there's a website that is startupindia.gov.in. Under that website, you will find the list of facilitator for patent, design, and trademark. And here you can see this A, B, C, D. Here alphabetically you can search which attorney you want to take service by name, by location, by jurisdiction, by the sector. These are 4 columns are there. So in that way also you can search the who is the nearest attorneys available to your localities, and you require to show your startup certificate and all these professional services in drafting and filing your application being provided by these attorneys free of cost to the startup. So another scheme is the IPR scheme of Ministry of MSME. So if you're an MSME and looking for this IP registration part, so under this scheme we have 2 major components. Number one, we are setting up IP facilitation center across the country. It present more than 85 IP facilitation center we have set up. We have also converted our MSME Development Institute into IP facilitation center. So you may take the assistance help of this center if you require any kind of professional services in filing your application. Another thing, we have a financial support on grant of registration of your patent, trademark, and GI. So that kind of support being provided by the Ministry of MSME. So, what are the services available if you are visiting these IP facilitation center? So these IP facilitation center provide all kind of information, all kind of if required patent, trademark, design, GI. So all information is available from the center. You may opt. You can take these services of the centers. So if the industry you are not aware that how this IP, this patent, this trademark designs are important to you, how you can commercialize. So they provide all general information, all kind of registration process, how much time it will take. So all general information is being provided by the center. They check the patent status, whether the patent is valid and expired. They conduct prior search and interpretation report and patentability search. Prior search is something if you are looking for particular technology and you want to know whether this technology is already available in public domain. So such kind of for particular purpose prior search being done. So they conduct prior search based on the objective of the client, and they also conduct patentability search when you have particular invention. So whether your invention is satisfying the criteria of patentability, whether the invention you are looking for that is already available in public domain. So such kind of search facilities available to the center. They are providing also drafting and filing of all kind of IP you have. So you may choose the center for your drafting and filing application. Patentability opinion about the likelihood of obtaining a patent. So whether you will opt for the you will have this patent, you may have this. They provide guidance country-wise, field-wise, and also do technology mapping. So if you are having particular technology, you want to know what are the similar technology available in that domain. So they also conduct IP mapping and technology mapping for these clients, for the SME startup. Infringement analysis, whether sometimes you want to know whether I am before I'm launching a product, whether I am doing any kind of infringement of any other competitor or any other person. So you may have this legal opinion from these centers, this IP facilitation center, or sometimes you want to know whether some other third party infringing my product, my IP rights. So you want to know what are the damages available, what are the claims I can make. So such kind of infringement analysis and opinion are being provided by these centers. They also do prosecution and grant and maintains and provide legal opinion. If applicant to some kind of objection being raised by the patent office, so they represent on behalf of the client before the patent office. They all these do compliant work, submit responses to the patent office, so that you may have easily granted these IP rights. Also, open licensing source compliance available to the centers. They conduct IP audits. They visit particular clusters and see what are the IPs available and what is the possibility to registration and commercial exploitation of this IP available. Technology evaluation and patent mapping. If you develop some kind of your researcher developing such kind of technology, some kind of invention, and before you are opting for licensing your technology or you are assigning your technology to any third party, you want to know the valuation of your technology so that you can have the best price, best royalty, best licensing fees of your technology. So such kind of valuation part, whether it's a market based or cost based, all this IP valuation analysis being done, and what is the right price of your technology being determined, discovered by these IP facilitation centers. So these are the basic services being provided by these IP facilitation centers. When you're visiting this center, you may all have some kind of tailor-made services as per your need, or more broader view will have about these IP services. Another component is the financial assistance for these IP rights. So we provide, if you have an Indian patent registered, so we have a financial support of rupees 1 lakh that being provided to the MSME. If you have any international filing, if you got any foreign patent, if you got any patent in the foreign country, so per patent we have financial support of rupees 5 lakh. For geographical indication, we provide financial support of rupees 2 lakh. And per class, if you registered any trademark certificate, So 10,000 financial support is available from the Minister of MSME side. The another question rises how you can avail this financial support, financial benefit. So if you can see this purple column, there is a website that is my.msme.gov.in. So this is our MIS portal. So you require to visit this MIS portal, and once you visit this MIS portal, you can submit. You will have this icon of IPR MSME. After this IPR MSME, you will have directed to this IPR reimbursement icon. After clicking this IPR MSME IPR reimbursement icon, you can submit your application and get these benefits, this money, this grant directly on receipt of the application. Directly, we transfer this grant money to the applicant account. The another important thing is what are documents you require to submit while you are submitting your application. So there are basically four documents. Number one, you should have this MSME registration certificate. Number two, you have a grant of registration certificate of trademark, patent, and GI, whatever IP you have. Third is you require to submit bank mandate form, and fourth document is you require to submit, that is the scanned copy of your original bill vouchers claim against the claim you have made. So these are four documents you require to upload with your application, and on receipt of application, this money directly transferred to the applicant account. So this is about the financial support available if you have registered this IP. Uh, so this is all from my side. I hope my information being provided by me being useful to you. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. We have some time. We can take some questions. So this is all from my side. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Satish Kumar sir. Now it's the Q&A session from the participants. So kindly give your questions on the YouTube chat. So the first question which we have, sir, are we ready for having the question, sir?
Yeah, yes, yes, please.
Okay, so our first question is from Raula Jyotsna. So how to get the loan from MSME?
Okay.
So I think that was the session.
Well, there we have various loan schemes to the MSMEs. Depends on the what quantity or what amount of loan you require. Suppose we have a flagship program of PMGP. I think Mr. Baldev Singh ji will brief you more about this loan scheme. Suppose the PNGP, that is completely online process. You require to submit your application to the kvic.online.gov.in, and once you visit this website, you may have this loan application portal, and you can apply for the loan. You have to check the eligibility. This PNGP loan is if you are person is looking for set up new kind of enterprises. So there is a loan amount is available for the project up to 25 lakhs, and you may get subsidy. Different category subsidies are there. If you are women, so 35% subsidy be provided. If the person belongs to ST, SC, OBC or special category, there is a 35% of subsidies there. So there are different mode of subsidies there, and by visiting the website, that is kvic.kviconline.gov.in, you can apply for this PMGP loan. We have also CGT MSME scheme. Under the CGT MSME scheme, we provide the government becomes the guarantor for the project loan costing up to 2 CR. So if you are looking for a bank loan, if you have project which is valued up to 2 CR, you may also apply for this CGT MSME loan. For that, you require to visit all banks, almost all nationalized bank there. So you can visit these banks and apply through physical mode for your loan application. I think Mr. Baldev Singh ji will brief you more about this loan scheme. So we'll have more insight about this. What is the procedure? How you can avail these loans? Hello. I hope I clear
Okay,
your
sir.
answer.
Okay, sir. So we have another question from Dr. G. Kalivarthanan from Ministry of Education, Maldives. So his question is, how far the validity of patents and IPR are ensured legally over a period of time globally?
How far validity of patents and IPR ensured legally over a period of time globally? validity means you're talking about the terms of protection. So actually, that these IP laws derive from the TRIPS agreement, and all the member companies, because we have a WTO agreement through this TRIPS agreement, that is trade related agreement on intellectual property rights. So all these international countries, whether it's a domestic country or international countries or foreign countries, adopt this similar kind of laws. There is not much difference. They adopt these IP laws, which is similar in the nature. Suppose period, almost same period of protection being provided in all these international countries who are the member of this WTO TRIPS agreement. Except like in trade, if you talk about the copyrights, so in India we have a 60 years of validity terms of protection. But if you visit in European countries, there is a term of protection is only 50 years. In India, we don't give protect utility model of inventions. But if you're using more than 58 countries in Europe and in China also, we provide utility model of protection. Suppose some invention which is not qualifying this patentability criteria, but still in these countries, if there are some kind of values there, so they provide utility model of protection. So different countries overall adopted different kind of IP laws. But if we take in the global perspective, we have all these laws are derived from the same that TRIPS agreement, and complying with this in a similar kind of validity, similar kind of uh, this requirements, which are similar kind of requirement for this protection. So there is not much difference. So suppose in India, if I'm applying for the patent protection, whatever requirement I'm fulfilling, I have to also fulfill such kind of requirement in the different countries when I'm opting for this global protection of my IP rights. So there is not much difference. Almost they are similar kind of the requirements are there for this IP protection.
So another question: what are the complexities
What are the
involved in
complexities?
normalizing the levels of IPR?
Normalizing the levels of what I'm thinking. I'm just understanding this question that you are talking about how we can do expeditious and expedite this normalization. Earlier, we are not having the strength, so that after 2016 we got a national IPL policy, and after that we have taken lots of steps to simplify this IP procedures, IP registration procedures. Like we have just strengthened this IP office, so more than 400 new examiners have joined this IP system. And if you see that the period of that examination process, now we are examining more applications, and more application being granted by the Indian Patent Office. Also, we have in 2018 we had also revised these patent rules stuff. The patent rules have been revised, where we have come up with a more expeditious examination process. So when you are applying, I think we have reduced number of years. Earlier it takes maybe 7 8 years. Now it comes to 4 years, 3.5 years. So all depends on strength and the nature of the application, which category you are filing your application. If you're filing for the expeditious examination, you may opt this registration as early as possible. So this complexities in registration IP being removed far extent by the Indian Patent Office. Still we are working on it, and maybe in future we will have more simplest form of registration.
Okay, sir. Okay, so the next question: what are the modes of protecting technology transfer through patent globally as well as legally?
Okay. So for the technology transfer is a completely that means you are commercializing your technology. So first step is to opt for the patent protection. Globally, as such, I already mentioned, there is no global patent. It's a GI is a, sorry, IPs are very territorial rights. So which is being provided. You have to see when you are looking for the global protection of your IP. You have to see what are the markets you are looking for. You are approaching your clients. product or your product being used. So you have to check which are the markets, and then accordingly you opt for these IP protection in the different markets. Another thing is, you have to ensure that, and when you are ensuring this technology transfer, you have to ensure what is the valuation of my technology, what is the price, whether I should opt for the licensing or assign my technologies. Licensing means you may opt for the royalties for the lifetime. So it is completely the contracting system, how you're developing your contract with the third party, you're transferring your technologies, and due diligence process you are adopting. So you have to check with this domain when you transfer your technologies. So that is the things are there. So it's a patent is a provides kind of a ownership over technology invention. When you're looking for this okay, and another question is what would be the total fee for getting token? There is actually, if you talk about the patent fees, the two kind of costs involved. One is the professional charges, other is the government fees. So I have already mentioned about the government fees. There are some discounts. So it depends on what category of the applicant you're applying. There's some discount. If you're MSME, there's some discount. If you are natural person, there's a different fees. So 8,100 is the filing fees, but there's a different stage you have to pay the different amount of fees. In the publication stage, if you are applying for the early publication of your application, there are 2,500 to pay. You have to pay at the stage of request for the examination. If any hearing being contested, how much drawings, how much papers being submitted by you. So accordingly, there is a different structure of fees. That is about the government fees. Another charges is the professional filing. So if you are taking assistance of a professional attorney, so he accordingly the reputation of the attorney, they may charge different fees. This is completely lawyer fees. So there is a different segment of the lawyer, or from that different segment, they may have a different charges. If you are filing your application yourself, there is a no professional charges. If you are taking the assistance, taking the help of professional services of these attorneys, so accordingly, what kind of attorney you are choosing, there could be different charges. Generally, the patent filing fees in India can be range from 40,000 to 1,25,000, depends on what kind of attorney and what kind of categories of application you're filing. Can we file PCT application without any obligation to file the application firstly in native country? No, you have to file your application in India only, in your native country only.
Okay, sir. So those were the questions from our participants today. So it's been a pleasure having you with us today, and it was a wonderful session. Thank you once again, Mr. Satish Kumar, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So we have with us today our guest of honor, Baldev Singh, Assistant Director, IPR, MSME, Rajajinagar, Bangalore. Welcome, sir. So I call upon Mr. M.S. Satyanarayana, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC, to give an introduction about our guest of honor, Baldev Singh, sir. Over to Mr. Satyanarayana.
So good morning to everyone. Myself Satyanarayan, Assistant Professor, Department of ISC. I am very much happy to introduce Mr. Baldev Singh. So Mr. Baldev Singh, a BE graduate, ISO 9000 certified consultant, and sir has worked in various metropolitan cities with MSME. So where he organized so many events in getting the patents, applying for the trademarks, applying for copyrights, etc. for the various aspirants, starting from students to the consultants. So sir is currently working as an assistant director IPR in MSME Rajajinagara, Bangalore. We are very much delighted to have you, sir, on this occasion. Thank you so much. Over to you, Abhilash.
Thank you, Satyanarayana. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abhilash. 1 minute, I'll share my.
Thanks a lot, sir. Over to you, sir. Let's have a wonderful session, sir.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Yes, sir. We can start, sir.
You can see my presentation. Yes. Thank you, Abhilash. You can hear
Thank you,
me?
sir. Yes, sir. So your sound is clear, sir. We can hear you, and we also have your presentation look very well, sir.
Okay.
We can start, sir.
Thank you, Abhilash, and thank you, Suresh, for inviting me for delivering a lecture on, particularly on the MSME schemes. I am
We are very happy
myself.
to have you, sir.
No, thank you, Suresh, sir. Thank you. Because this is the first program we are organizing, in particular in the Karnataka, from Ministry of MSME. And in nutshell, I want to tell about what is many people they may not be aware of MSME. What is MSME also? And my colleague and my friend Satish is a beautiful the presentation. What he has given, it's a lot of things he was covered. The IPR particularly, almost all everything, even starting from the how to go for the IPR and how to process, how to go for the registration, and even getting money also from the government and how to commercialize. Everything he was covered it. And now, just I want to give the brief introduction about the MSME, because MSME means what is our this one. MSME means many people they will not be aware of why MSME is required and why we should start some business as well. Because many people after doing their education or otherwise when they want to go for some this one, they want to earn some money or otherwise they want to do their lively this one means they should go for the self-employment or otherwise they should go for the base employment after their education. But again, when they are going for the base employment, the government is they are not going to give much so because nowadays I'm telling the government also they are not providing any this one. And again, somewhere you should go and you should work for the in the industry or otherwise any business concern this one. So, because instead of going for the self-employment, wage employment, if they go for the self-employment, particularly the self-employment, because the government is giving lot of incentives, lot of help, lot of facilitations, many things they are doing it. When you come for the self-employment, there we are playing the main role. Our Minister of MSME, we are giving the whatever the inputs is required for starting a business. We help the people. In nutshell, if you tell our MSME, what is our aim is promotion and development of micro small enterprises. Promotion means the person who want to start an industry, we guide them, and we have a lot of schemes. We help the people, even the layman also. If he's having something idea, whatever the idea, if he brings here, and we guide them in technical means the machinery selection, anything, even the financial assistance, what is the schemes is available, the government of India or the state government, these all we help to the people. This is one in nutshell if I can tell. And now I will tell about how MSME is contributing for the in the particularly in the global economy, in Indian economy. As MSME sector, it's almost all 6.5 crore the business units are there, maybe in the manufacturing, or otherwise job oriented, or otherwise service industry. Earlier, service industry was not included. Now it was included in the business segment itself in the MSME. That's why it is all the three. It comes under MSME now. and employment generation. The employment, because ours is a populated country where we need more employment for the, particularly for the unemployed, that whoever they are doing the education, these people. And we have, after this, particularly after agriculture, MSME plays an important role in generating the employment, about over 12 crore people. And also, this is a potential to spread industrial growth, but particularly MSME. If you see the MSME, or otherwise, you see in the industry itself, if you take a large scale industry, is there, medium is there, MSME is there. But MSME plays the major, I'm telling you, here for the giving the main in the Indian economy. And also, the product wise, if you see, the maximum products you have in the MSME. Micro, small and medium enterprises, you have more than 8,000 products. It contributes in the MSME sector. And in Indian economy, the MSME plays an important role in for the Indian economy. 7% of the GDP that it is giving. And the total manufacturing output, even if you compare with the large scale or any this one, I'm telling in the medium scale, it gives a 45% in the manufacturing sector. And again, the important segment is the industry, this exports. Exports, we have about 40% replace MSME here. Because again, 60% means it goes to the MSME, medium and the large scale industry. But whereas any sector, if you take any sector, maybe in the manufacturing sector or otherwise service sector, IT, any this one, I'm telling you, it gives 40% to the from MSME to the country. And what is the sectors? It comes about the major sector, composition of the major sectors. If you see in the MSME, we have the retail trade. It's about 40% it gives here. And manufacturing of wearing apparel, dressing and dyeing, that particularly the textile, this one, it also gives about the 9%. And manufacturing of the food products and beverages, that is also plays a major role here, 7%. And other services, 6%. Hotels, restaurants, sales and maintenance and repair, because many things earlier I told you that there's no service sector is not included. Now the service sector, when it has included many things, it is coming under the MSME umbrella. Even the furniture, NEC companies, fabricated metals, textiles, and other industries, means many industries, even chemical also, it comes. And how the government is facilitating, I told you, the persons, if you go for the in any job, you won't get any help. Whereas if you want to start an industry self-employment, particularly the MSME, not in the large scale and medium, the government of India help the lot. I'm telling you, how this even the human and capital development, and even the knowledge dissemination. Because if you want any information for getting the technical or any this one, I'm telling you, for getting for doing that. For disseminating the information of his knowledge, but also it is there. And access to finance. The access to finance means, for example, if you want to start an industry, already Satish also told me, MECP, that how to get it. This all we are helping the people, including insurance also, because some of the agencies we help the people. They're also the help is there. And also access to technology. Access to technology also, for example, in an industry, because we have NRDC and CSR laboratories are there. Those people, they are giving the technologies, particularly in the COVID-19 when it has come, even DRDO laboratories, they were helpful a lot to our industry, the micro, small industry. And common facility infrastructure. Common facility means even we have the tool rooms under this one. There we provide a small scale person may not be having the complete machinery. There the government of India, or others, because we have some particular service center, common service centers. There the person, he can go and he can avail. For example, if he's having the milling machine, if you want other machine, some activity to be done, there the government helps. And also facilitating access to the market. Because the person, I'm telling you, who is starting the MSME industry, particularly MSME business, is important thing is market. Because putting a finance is not a problem for getting a technical manpower. Otherwise, any this one, market is very important for any person, for any industry. There, the government of India, we help many things. I'm telling you, even participation in the domestic exhibitions, participation in the international exhibitions, any this one we are helping, and also we guide the people in participation of in the particular in the CPSUs. There also we help even many things. Even GEM, there's a new this one government e-marketing. There also the government of India, they are facilitating the MSMEs. And the policy, governance, and ease of doing business. Because nowadays, I'm telling you, ease of doing business is very important. Because almost all the licenses or this one, I'm telling you, we are reducing like anything, the government of it. Because we want to help the MSMEs to do their business in an easy way and also without any intentions. Okay, and this all I'm telling you, because this all why the government is helping me is because to sustain those people in the Indian economy or as well as global economy, and also to do the competitive business in India. And we have some schemes, particularly the first scheme. What I'm going to cover about you see in the foremost what you will get in the MSME when you somebody puts an also. How to get a finance? Finance is very important. It's required for people to go for the business because he is having many question marks there. And there I'm telling you, the government of India they help many schemes. Like one is I'm telling you the Mudra. The person who want to go for in a small way, up to 10 lakh rupees they will get in the Mudra scheme. And up to 5 lakhs, there is no collateral is required in that particular scheme. And there, there also this ease of doing business when you are coming here. Everything is online now. Even for submission of the application also is online. You can do on mudra.gov.in. If you go there, you can apply your application, and it will go to the particular bank, and you should submit your deposit or this one, how the amount is required. These all the details to those people, and you will get the finance from the financial institution. And that is one scheme. Another one is the PMECP. PMECP, my friend already told you people how to go that one. It is very easy. About 14 to 15 points. You have to fill all the details and you have to upload the documents in the pmecp.gov.in. If you go online, if you go there, and there also up to 25 lakh rupees you'll get. And there is a subsidy there. In the Mudra, you won't get any subsidy, but whereas in the PMECP, you'll get the subsidy. But even there, I'm telling you, if you start in an urban area, the subsidy is different, and if you go for the rural area, the subsidy is different. And manufacturing unit, the financial amount is up to 25 lakhs, and if you are going for the business sector, it is up to 10 lakhs. This is the one PMECP. Third one is the CGTMS, Credit Guarantee Fund for the micro and small enterprises. Here up to 2 crore rupees you will get without collateral and third-party guarantee. You see, when we are telling about up to 200 lakhs means, the person he has to submit the project report, the viable format, viable way, because just not like that, because we are getting at 200 lakhs government is giving without collateral. It is not like that. You submit your what is the requirement, how much is the amount is required for your the project. Submit a project report along with your viability report, and the 100% I'm telling the government is going to help. Financial institution they are going to help. Here I'm telling you this term loan working capital facility that providing for the particular for the micro and small enterprises, and 75% guarantee cover up to the credit facility up to 50 lakhs, and 80% guarantee cover up for women entrepreneurs or operated particularly the micro small enterprises, and 85% guarantee cover loans up to 5 lakhs for the micro enterprises. Here you can take in the micro that I told about the Mudra. There, those people they will cover there also in the CCTMC cover. It will come under that scheme. And uniform guarantee scheme 50% for entire amount in the credit exposure is above 50 lakhs up to 1 crore. This is a CGTMS scheme what we have in the government of India. But again, it is operated with the financial institution. These are all the schemes. And the PMECP already I told this scheme is totally even Satish also told you people, and it is totally organized because monitoring by the AVIC, Khadi Village Village Industries Commission through the District Industry Center. Because why the District Industry Center comes means because we are the government of India. It takes local the state government to reach the district level, to reach the rural, even the village level. That's why this scheme is operated with the state government, this industry department, the state government. They have the district industries office centers, each and every district they have. You can apply any district if you want. I told about 15 or 14 to 15 points of that. Just you upload that, give the information, and automatically that application goes there. If you approach the district industry center, those people they will give. Now earlier the entry was that this all thing. Now everything is ease of doing in that. They are going to give this sanction letter to you, and you should approach to the bank with your report, and you will get the loan there. And this also my friend Satish covered about this one. Earlier, what we have the revised, why this MSME registration is required. The MSME registration, one thing I want to tell you people. See, if you want to get any government benefits, actually it is MSME certificate, MSME registration certificate is not a mandatory certificate. But if you want to get any, for example, a loan, if you want financial assistance, if you want Mudra or PMS, IPR, otherwise CGTMS, any this one I'm telling you, this certificate is must there. And also IPR, whatever the incentives we are giving, there also it is a mandatory. And also I'm telling you, we have any this one, if you want to avail, for example, participation in the government tenders, where the EMD you are not unable to pay, there also MSME certificate. Anything I'm telling you, when you want to take the government, the facility or otherwise subsidy or otherwise any benefit, then their MSME certificate is required. Otherwise, it's not a mandatory. And what is the earlier, because from 17 recently the government of India they changed the MSME definition. Earlier we are having investment limit up to 25 lakhs and small up to 5 crore. And after this 5 crore, then it goes to the medium. And service enterprises again it was differential up to 10 lakhs and for small 2 crores. And the government, what they have done it now, even they brought investment turnover criteria also here. That's why now classification they made micro enterprises investment in plant and machinery. I'm telling you, the plant and machinery is up to 1 crore and turnover, because generally if you see in the service industry, there's no plant and machinery, because any small, even you take the IT industry, IT this one, they may be having only the computers, they may be having less investment, whereas if you see in the turnover, it goes in the crores. Okay, that also will be there. The turnover, that's why they made for the micro industry up to 5 crore, and the investment is 1 crore. And for the small, again here investment is up to 10 crore, because earlier it was 5 crore was there, and turnover is 50 crore. And medium is 20 crore, and our turnover is 10 crore. This is a class. This is recently the government of India has changed the definition of MSME. This you can register as per this one. And we have the great linked capital subsidy, because some of the industries when they are going for this one, I told you about the PMEGP, you will get about the subsidy, whereas in Mudra you won't get. And great linked capital subsidy, because Mudra people also they can avail this subsidy through great linked capital subsidy scheme. This is very easy. I'm telling you, earlier the people they used to submit the application. Now everything is a nodal bank. Whoever you are getting availing the loan from the bank itself, you can apply for the great linked capital subsidy. 15% you will get up to 1 crore. Even if your investment is 2 crore, also you will get up to 1 crore, 15 lakhs. That also that we have that complete list. We have what is the machines you will get, because the technology upgradation it comes here. Some of the machines you may not get, the tools you won't get. Only the machines, the particular machines we have, the 51 subsectors we have in the to facilitate the subsidy the products. That 51 subsectors again we categorize the machinery, and every machine how you are going to get the benefit, because you have to give that reason also. There you will get. Like this, even the textile department also they have the scheme. Textile department also they have the scheme, and other departments also they have capital subsidy schemes they have. And they're also operating, whereas only one place only you will get, not in all the places. And it is linked with the term loans. I told about when you are getting a loan from the finance institutions, when you are applying, the time itself you can inform that these particular machines I am going to get the 15%, because then even the banks also I'm telling you, when you are going to get a 15% subsidy, I'm very happy to provide the finance, because 15% subsidy you will get and 25% your stake will be there. Only 60% is it comes under CGTMS. And the subsidy is institutional finance. for intention of the art of technology. I told you about the new technologies or otherwise machinery, particularly what is a mission. For example, you are already having the printing press, and if you are going for the offset, because you are enhancing your the technology there, that you have to mention how you are going to benefit over the technology for the end products. And the banks also, almost all the finance institutions, they are doing it, and some of the cooperative banks also, it comes under that particular scheme. And the replacement of the existing machines, and for the second-hand machines, you are not going to get a subsidy under this scheme, because only for the new machines only you will get it. And we have the schemes of because if you go in the our MSME schemes, particularly we have some C schemes are there. The first scheme I have told about the Great Linker this, and this is a second scheme in the CLCSS only. It will come zero defect, zero effect. Earlier we used to have that ISO. In place of the ISO, now the Prime Minister of India, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he brought this zero jet scheme. It's called as a jet scheme generally. The zero defect, zero effect, because self certification is also when it comes. This is the assessment. There also we are providing the, because the person, because we have three categories there: micro, small, and medium enterprises, and also we are giving the, depends upon the quality how he is measuring in his unit. We are giving the certificate. We are giving the financial assistance. And here the assessment and rating and annual is a financial assistance, how we are giving. So everything is online again. I am telling you, online only you have to apply. And desktop assessment, we have 10,000 fees and 80,000 rupees for the jet rating complete assessment, and 40,000 for the additional rating for the different jet, and 40,000 for the reassessment and re-rating. This is a component wise we are providing the financial assistance. And again, if you see the other this one gap analysis and hand holding consultancy for the improving rating, the hand holding charges about 1.9 lakh rupees we are providing. Again, here 80% only we are giving on 1.9 lakhs, and 20% contribution from the micro small enterprises. And accreditation, this is we have the levels of the accreditation, how you are going to get the JET certification. First is about the level 1. The level 1 is a bronze you will get, that is a self-certification you will get. And level 2, that are the conformity with the standards, that is a silver certificate. And number 3, level 3 is striving with for excellence, how you are going to be this one, because the excellence should be there when you are doing the activity, and how you are going to prove the quality of the product or the services. And level 4 is achieving excellence, how you are achieved the excellence, because see, myself telling the excellence and others telling the excellence is a difference will be there, that how you are going to achieve it, that you have to go mention that to complete this one, the information you have to provide. And the level 5 is a JET certification platinum. The platinum the certification, that is the last level. There also that you have to mention, because this is again complete by seeing the level 1, 2, 3, 4, and the final that one you'll get the level 5. And again, the second scheme what we have about the micro small enterprises cluster development program, because earlier the MSME, government of India, Minister of MSME, what we used to provide the individually needed the assistance. For example, they maybe needed some this one means we used to give the technical advice or otherwise maybe financial or other marketing. Now what the government of India they have done it, the cluster development, particularly this is a UNIDO model they brought even in the India since 2006 or 7 onwards they are doing it. And this approach I'm telling, because the cluster, the particular one product, for example, you take Tikbulapur, I seen that Papad is there about in some 50 to 60 industries. They may be needed some help in common facility, otherwise training or otherwise any this one. The government of India they are going to help there. How, because the small people they may not be having. For example, small example I will tell you. The Pochampalli sarees. So the Pochampalli sarees, they have the GA and everything, but they may not be having the common facility or otherwise integrated this one. The government of India, what they have done, they developed that this. If someone they go in the Pochampalli, there the Pochampalli integrity complex they have done it, and inside itself all the facilities is available in one platform. I'm telling you, and they have on the brand also. This all the government of India they help the people to grow those that particular industry. in the and what are the support, because input maybe raw material support may be required, otherwise input the training may be required for the skilled people, otherwise maybe so the testing may be required for the raw material. There also they help, and also after manufacturing they may be needed the export because these people, small people, they only know that doing the product. For the export also the government they help because by creating a brand, and they brought in Amazon. This all will help. Here I am telling you the scheme. If you go in detail, I am telling you for the preparation of the detailed project report. Earlier we used to give the hand-holding support for these people. First, these people, what they have to do, the cluster. I am telling you, any cluster group they want to start. First, the product you have to identify. Product, after identifying the product, and you have to see that you have to see the brief report of those people. How many people are there, and how they are doing the business, and what is their turnover. For example, you take in the Chikmalapura, we have the silk industries is there, and the silk industries, what is how they are procuring the material, and how they are doing the processing, and what is the in between the people, how they are connecting people are there. Many things it comes. Everything you have to prepare the report, brief report. By seeing the brief report, and you have to submit to the government. This also I'm telling you, online you have to submit. And then the government, what they are going to do, once if your cluster is approved, then government is giving for the detailed project report, because detailed project report, what it comes about what is needed for the people, but maybe needed some for training. They maybe needed some infrastructure. They maybe need some machinery for the, except in the cluster I'm telling you, except for the production, because you should not say that whatever the machines you are going to get from the government, so as a grant, it is not in a subsidy or something, it is a grant, and it should not be for the production purpose. It should be for the common facility. Common facility means whoever the stake members are there in the clusters, they should avail this facility. And in that, for the preparation of the DPR, the complete the information that these people are going to provide the consultants. For that, this one for providing for giving this consultant, they are giving the 10 lakh rupees as a contribution for the government of India. They are giving, this is a whole amount they are putting it. And when they are going for the hard interventions, hard intervention means setting up of a common facility center, or otherwise they maybe need some other the guidance, maybe some other this way. The government, what they does, 70% of the grant they are giving cost. Even here, I'm telling you, particularly the government of Karnataka, they give about 15%. I feel that 15% they are giving, only 15% stake from the members of the stake members of the cluster product. Okay, this is the reason. And also, if you see in the 90% CFC clusters, they are providing the grant in the micro, or otherwise the village industry, or otherwise total it is owned by the women, or otherwise SC or ST. 90% it is giving maximum up to 20 crores. This is the best scheme what we have in the MSME, and many of the people they were availed also, and particularly in the printing cluster in Harohalli we help, and already they got the common facility center. Even electronic cluster also we have done it. Electronic cluster, it is in the electronic city we have done it. And here again, infrastructure, excluding land, the government of India, they are not providing land. If you want, you can request for the state government. They may provide. Otherwise, you people have to have it. Then because that again, SP members, that those people they have to purchase. And here again, 60% of the project cost for the infrastructure means building for the building, and 80% for the cluster. And here maximum up to 15 crores you get. And the clusters, if you see in the particular in the government of this in the Karnataka state, we have the total number of clusters 12, and number of common facility centers under progress, it is 9. Already completed 3. That's what I told you. One is a Gulbarga cluster, and ready-made garments in Hubli also they are already completed, and auto components in Hubli. These 3 complete, this already it is functioning clusters already implemented. This a long back I'm telling you, this they are already implemented, and they're running also. They're running very good, excellent. And if you see in the details of cluster common facility centers, if you see in this one, Athani resin means it is if you see in resin means maybe kismis, that draksha. Even we are proposing in Seedlagata that area also, but whereas already it is functioning in Athini area, welcome. Already the government has given the money and everything is now going on. And auto components cluster in Bidar, it is also functioning. And particularly the women entrepreneur park and ready plots to be allotted because already when Ratnaprabha madam was there, that her initiative only that in Harovalli as well as in Mysore also she was proposed. The total industrial estate only for women. Already the plots were allotted and still it is going on. The government again they should take this one. But whereas they're only the women entrepreneurs, total industries they are going to owned by the women. There also the government of India in the cluster this one they are helping for the buildings infrastructure product under that scheme. And printing cluster, Chamaraspet that I told you it is in Aravalli. Already it is functioning because there whatever it is required in the Xerox machines or otherwise in the weekday we helped. You see, printing cluster itself we are given about the 15 course. And again, resin clusters in Bizapur, there also it is functioning already. And heat treatment and engineering cluster, Hubli, Harvard, there also it is already functioning. LCA cluster is electronics, I told you. That is already functioning here because even if anyone if they want to visit that particular cluster, you can visit and you can have that what is the type of the facilities they have. You can see there. And puffed rice. Puffed rice means maybe many people it's the food industry it comes under those things. And already technical appraisal report is completed because this is a puffed rice. If you see, it is just like a cottage, a small, very small. It's a micro industry. There also that already report is submitted and it is going on the cluster. And the ninth one is a cashew cluster. Cashew cluster again, this technical report, everything is over. Because if you see in the cashew, other places already it was in Palasa in Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra also they got it. In Karnataka, already report is completed. And those people also, because here the SPV is very important. Those people, they should act vigorously and they should have the good consultant. Then it is going to be success in the cluster. And again, if you see in the PPP, that the marketing of the marketing scheme particularly, we are helping the this it comes under a marketing development assistance scheme, the government of India, and we are having one particular scheme is a public procurement policy because you see the manufacturer, the small manufacturer, when they are producing any goods or otherwise when they are offering the services. Particularly the CP, because CPSUs, if you see, they are procuring lot of items from the micro small enterprises, or otherwise the medium large industries. But when it is comes in the micro small, the government of India, what they have done to assist these people, and whatever they are procuring the materials, whatever the materials they are procuring from the materials, the 25% they should. But they should get from, it is a mandatory, they should get from the micro small enterprises from every central ministry, and department CPSUs. And out of 25%, again 24% it was earmarked for the MSCs, only for the SC/ST enterprise. Because here we want to help the SC/ST entrepreneurs also to grow those people by supporting this type of schemes. And we already, because this also I'm telling you, every year they are going to assess how they are doing it. Every year I'm telling you. And the parliament committee people, they are going to check that how much these people, they help the micro small enterprises and also for the SCSC and entrepreneurs. And 25% it is the annual target. And sub target, again, I told about for 4% for the SCST entrepreneurs. And this, again, I'm telling you, here they reserve the items, because these reserved items means 350 items, they should procure only for the micro small enterprises. Even the particular item is manufacturing by the large scale industry, they cannot. That also, because this is the guidelines that they have done it for the procuring the materials for the micro small enterprises. And also quoting price, because for example, here L1 price is 15%. For some other other than MSME, medium enterprises also, if they participate in the tender. For example, a person micro small yes put for the 1 lakh and medium scale 85,000. Whereas The L1 will be granted to the micro small enterprises. There also the price preference will be given to the micro small enterprises. And allowed to supply at least 20% of the tender value L1 subject to the lowering price of the MSME L1. And we have the design clinic, because the design clinic again, if you see in the IPR also we have. Here also we have the design clinic here. In Karnataka state, in the Indian Institute of Science, we have the design excellence, MSME excellence center is there. There here we are helping the MSMEs and to develop the new design and design the related projects and services. Here we are providing the finance assistance up to 15 lakhs to 40 lakhs per project. This the total it is monitored by the three agencies in India. One is an NID Ahmedabad, other one Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, and CSIR New Delhi. Here the project cost 75% of 15 lakhs individual micro group of micro units, and 75% 25 lakhs, because 25% stake should be from the micro units, because if there is no stake, again the importance will go. That's why the government of India, their stake also they are putting it. And 60% project cost 25 up to 25 lakhs or 25 lakhs for individual SME units, or group of up to 3 SME units, and 60% of project cost 40 lakhs for a group of more than 3 SME units. And design project for funding for students also we have in this scheme, because many students they have some ideas. We helped there also. And 75% of reimbursement of expenses up maximum 1.5 lakhs for final year students. Project to be done for the micro small enterprises. Here also we provide for the students also, we are helping them. And some of the designs project done by the student, particularly if you see, here also they have done it in here coffee vending machine, like that one the product done in the Indian Institute of Science. And some of the product just given the some. And one is you can see MS Ramaya college students. They have done a small the bicycle. This is the total design done by the student. And other one is the design of communication device for person's speech and language impairment. This is MS Ramaya. And MS Ramaya people, they were taken the assistance from the Indian Institute of Science. And incubators, because incubators means many people, I think, maybe knowing. We are supporting the incubators there for the innovators, because they innovate whatever the designs you have, because incubations, the main aim is your idea creating into the business, transforming into the business. This is again funds routed to the host institution business, and we take the help of the mainly engineering colleges and the education institutions. And here incubators, the business incubators, they will get up to 1 crore. And engineering colleges and reputed institutions approved by the office of, because whatever the proposals we get, we send to our headquarters, and the steering committee they are going to select the college also there. And 75% of the 85% total project cost up to 15 lakhs per idea, because after giving the grant of starting the incubators, even incubate any student with have the idea, we are giving 15 lakh rupees per idea, and up to maximum of 8 lakh rupees. And 220, so already we have the business incubation center and host institutions around the country. And particularly if you see in the in Karnataka, we have 12. That some of the list I am giving, even Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering also is there. They have the incubator center. Even I visited a beautiful center they have, and many students they developed many products also. And the government of India financial assistance provide for the ideas 26.6 crores. Ideas supported for the business incubator 720. Because this, if you see here, I'm telling you, we are helped many things. Many whatever the ideas they have, we are helping to the even to bring up to the commercial this one, because not whatever the ideas they are generating, we are not keeping. And there also, if they need any other hand holding support, we help. Even We helped the people who is done some coffee vending machine, what I told you, in Institute of Science there also. This is just a nutshell of this one. And how many business incubators up to do in Karnataka? Karnataka is only 13. And some of the innovation ideas. This is this one in the Dayanand Sagar, MS Ramaya. Some of the students what they have done it. This is also just I'm giving an examples here. And I don't want to cover here because IPS already my friend Satish has covered because the patent and whatever this one. Here also we are providing the. See this everywhere I'm telling you for the MSMEs we are giving the assistance. This is this one already has covered. I don't want to take much time. And again, if you come in this one, the quality, this all I'm telling you, one is the quality. We helping in the finance, we are helping in the, because anything I'm telling you, when you are taking, the three things is important. So one is that when you are manufacturing the product, the finance and market, and the other one is quality. The quality, if you come again, lean manufacturing competitiveness. The lean manufacturing, because the lean is, you see, in nutshell, if you tell, if you say, eliminating the waste. Lean means it is eliminating the waste. Because we are doing the in our process morning to evening, we are doing a lot of things. It is wasted. This one, it should be productive instead of doing the waste. This one, it should be productive. There, whatever this one, the particular tools are there in the lean manufacturing. There, we help industries there, and we study. We take the group of the industries here. Here, MSME is assisting in the lean this one, reducing the manufacturing cost through application of lean manufacturing like 5S, OKK, SMED, Kanban, JIT, and like that many tools are there. There we are this, what we will do, we are forming a small mini clusters, ideally 10 MSMEs or otherwise a minimum to 6 units. And we take the consultant, we help, we take the National Productivity this one, the institution, and we help the maximum financial institutions up to 36 lakhs. And this also I'm telling you, we want the output, not like just studying the unit or something. When they are doing when we are giving this work to the consultant, and we ask the people, because in the productivity should be there, and after that one only we are giving the money to those people. Some of the units in Bangalore, if you take Unnati is the progressive system, these all the units we are taking the opinion. These people, they got a benefit from us, some of the units. Now you come to the PMS. PMS procuring marketing support. I told about the domestic market is how we are helping in the marketing. When I told about the helping in the government tenders, and the other one is PMS. PMS is you see, when you are doing the product, many people they may not be aware to put in the international level or something, otherwise the domestic exhibitions. The domestic exhibition, the phase I'm telling you, we are encouraging the manufacturing or service industries, micro small industries, to come out and to put the stalls in the domestic exhibition. Domestic exhibition, I'm telling you, there again we are supporting the people. 80% of the space rent and 20% should be from those people, and 100% SCST women and PSC units up to 1.25 lakh rupees. The example I'll tell you. Last year I done one program on the tourism sector in Palace Ground, because in the Palace Ground the participation micro small enterprises, I'm telling you, very difficult, because the cost is very high. The people, the small people participating 2-3 days, very difficult. It's not at all possible. There, the government of India, we took the stalls, about some 50 stalls, we given to the micro small enterprises. You see, for example, the stall cost is 50,000. We took only that 20% of the amount, means about 10,000 rupees we charged it for the micro small enterprises. They were very happy, and that too in the international level they participated. There, even for the women, is 100% this exemption. We are not charging anything. And even if they are participating in Ahmedabad or otherwise some other parts, there also we are giving the contingency expenditures, means the travel, maybe travel, otherwise they want to take the freight, whatever the items that is there, they are taking, the freight is there. And also publicity means putting a banner or something. They're up to 25,000 rupees. we are giving. This is all I'm telling you. This is just like a not even I'm not going to tell about the subsidy. We are just giving. We are motivating the people to participate in the domestic exhibitions. And also international trade fair. International trade fairs also we are helping these people to participate. Again, 80% space rent, whatever it is amount is, and 100% economic class fare we are giving to the an entrepreneur. Only one fair, not if the industry people if they want to 2, 3, they were not giving. Only for one person is allowed. And national development, vendor development program, for example, any association, if they come forward or otherwise, even education institutions, we help the people in vendor development. They come with a proposal of 20 lakh, whatever amount is there. We send this proposal to our headquarters, and from there, you'll get the amount. This all support to the MSMEs. And also, we support in the national awards. National awards also we support. And here in the awards, if you say recently what we have done the last year, we even we went to the schools, primary schools, and educate up to class 12 people. We have given some topics on the MSMEs. We asked the students, particularly up to class 12, I'm telling you, from class 7 to class 12. We asked one particularly when the Karnataka, how the MSME growth. And really, I'm wondered the people they were essay writing. Given a prize also to the student up to 10,000, 7,500, 5,000 rupees. 3 prizes we were given, and many students have participated in every district we have done in these programs, even in the rural area. And one is on the essay writing we have done it, and also on the drawing competition to taking the traditional the MSMEs how they are. For example, when I seen in the Chikbalapur, the Ganji art is there. The Ganji art how they were brought into the MSME. That also really is great. The similar way for the MSMEs also there, so we are supporting. We have the national awards. This national awards for the successful MSME enterprises we are giving the cash prize. Up to 3 lakh rupees we are giving for first prize, second prize 2 lakhs, and third prize 1.5 lakhs. The 3 categories, and also we are giving the award also, certificate also, trophy and certificate also we are giving. And also the person who is going, because national award is again giving by the President of India. It's a great honor to the MSMEs. And when they were going to the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the fair, the economic class fair, they can get it. This is the categories we have about 8 categories we have. And outstanding efforts in the manufacturing sector we are giving, and outstanding efforts for the service sector also we are giving, and also innovation efforts, quality products, lean manufacturing techniques, the outstanding how they are brought out, that also we are giving. Special national award for the women entrepreneurs and for SC entrepreneurs, and also Northeastern region. There also we are giving, and also privilege award for the award winnings, allowing employees to wear labels, pins, because it is a privilege to the people whoever they got the national awards. Those people also just we are helping they can it is a proud of this one. Even 2 days back also some people wherever came they are coming with the national award logo on their this one. This is a great for the person who has got national award. And the registration procedure, already my friend has covered. Because earlier, if you see in the MSME era, earlier we are having the provisional registration, permanent registration, because the provisional registration means if the person want to start an industry, they used to go to DAC, district industry centers, in every district or this one. They used to apply there. It used to take a lot of time. Now, this present government, what they have done in the ease of doing business, they brought, instead of those things, without any this one, it is a self-certification. They brought Udyoga Aadhaar again in there, need not to go to any department. By sitting in the home, just fill all the information, your own the details, and you can declare that you are going to start an industry in a particular date. That is the one they brought it with this present government, Udyoga Aadhaar. And Udyoga Aadhaar again it has been remodified, and now Udyam registration has come. This Udyam registration entrepreneurs, it is easy, I am telling you, because now here they are linked with because when they changed the definition of MSMEs, again they brought this. So that's why they brought this one. Here again it is linked with the earlier also PAN number was there. Again they linked with the GST here. GST number it is earlier it was not there. It is must now. We have many schemes, and I request almost all the people know many fake sites are there. We have this many sites in the government, wherever the government sites are there. Please go to there and register. If you want to modify, if you want to register, you can do it over on the online itself, and don't pay any money. It is a free of cost. And again, if you see in the Ujjam registration, I have given a small link. I'll tell you how to register. That also it is there because the stepwise they were given how to go for the Ujjam registration.government.in. And if you go in the video, that complete details you'll get it. The link will be there.
Hello. Baldev Singh, sir. Am I audible? Hello. Okay, viewers, we have a small technical glitch from Baldev Singh, sir. He'll be resuming back in few seconds. Kindly stay tuned. Okay. If you have any questions from the attendees or participants, kindly let us know in the chat section so that once Baldev Singh sir arrives, we'll take up the Q&A session. So I repeat, do we have any questions which needs to be fulfilled from the viewers? Kindly post it on the YouTube chat. So we are following through here and we'll post it once the Baldev Singh sir arrives. Thank you. All right. So because of some technical problem from the our presentee side, we're not able to join further. Anyhow, the questions which we have which we have received will be explained offline. And thank you for all your cooperation from the participant side. And I also thank Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering for giving us an opportunity for working on with this webinar on awareness on IPR for new business idea schemes of MSME. So I would like to thank our guest of honor, Satish Kumar, and Sri Baldev Singh. I also extend my warm thanks to Dr. Shashidhar Muniappa sir, Chief Executive Director, Sri Venkateshwara Group of Institutions, Bangalore. I also extend my thanks to Dr. Suresha, Principal, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bangalore. I also thank all the HODs, faculty, and staff coordinators who have been great, who have given us work on this particular event. I also thank each and everyone once again. Thank you one and all.